Oh my God, Anita.
Hello, I'm Willie Bragg. Welcome to another edition of the Willie Bragg Show. I'm going to probably do another controversial video. I did a video a few hours earlier on my official position on Russia and Ukraine and why I have the position I have, and you can watch that at your leisure and all of that. But I decided to share my thoughts on the death of Elizabeth II, Queen Elizabeth II, and you know what I consider my personal response and my socialist response to what I think of the whole idea of a monarchy and my whole perspective on everything. So before I do, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done this in a long time. So I got into the spirit of the whole UK sort of thing, and if you remember, I would do occasionally some karaoke, and today I'm going to do some karaoke right now. And what I'm going to do right now, let me get everything set up here. I'm going to subject you all to this little bit of karaoke, and that's going to be the song God Save the Queen by the Sex Pistols from 1977 with my vocals. So I'm going to apologize in advance for you all having to hear me sing, but I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to comment on Queen Elizabeth II very shortly. So hold tight here. Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right. Actually, let's do this here. Hold on a second. So y'all can actually see the lyrics up there and all of that. So I guess I'll get started, and and we'll you tell me what you think of my singing abilities. Okay? All right. Here we go. You've been warned. God save the Queen! The fascist regime! The man, you a moron! Potential H-bomb! God save the Queen! She ain't no human being! There is no future! And England's dreaming! Don't be told what you want and don't be told what you need. There's no future, no future, no future for you. God save the Queen. We need it, man. We love our Queen. God save. God save the Queen. Cause tourists are money. And our figureheads, it's not what she's saying. Oh, God save history. God save my memory. Oh, Lord God, have mercy. All crimes are paid. When there's the future, how can it be said? Where's the flowers in the dustbin? Where's the poison in your human machine? Where's the future, your future? God save the Queen. We made it, man. We love our Queen. God save. Ironically, I wear a Susie and the Banshees t-shirt. Instrumental. God save the Queen. We made it, man. There is no future. And England's dreaming. No future. No future. No future for you. No future. No future. No future for me. No future. No future. No future for you. No future. No future for you. Alrighty, there we go. What do y'all think of that? What do you think? Was that scary? And as I said, hold on, let me do this here. I'm wearing a Susie and the Banshees t-shirt. Same time period. They lasted a little longer than the Sex Pistols, but ironically, Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols, I believe, was the original drummer for for Susie and the Banshees. Then he became the bass player for the Sex Pistols. I digress. But that's my singing ability. I figure it was kind of appropriate. Put a little bit of liberty. Not happy that the Queen's dead on a personal level, but just kind of just put a little bit of liberty in there, just to keep make the show here not so overwhelmingly grim and dreary. Sometimes politics can be that way. So Queen Elizabeth II, she died on September the 8th, just a few days ago, on Bernie Sanders' birthday, no less. She died, and she was 96 years old. And on a personal level, on a human level, anybody, whether we're talking about we're talking about your next door neighbor, we're talking about just anybody in general, I would say that I am sorry for her loss, not because she's Queen Elizabeth II, but because she's a human being, and just like I'm a human being and anybody else is a human being. I mourn for anybody's loss on a human level. It's just how I am. I don't want to see anybody dying, even if I dislike them or I admire them or I'm indifferent toward them. It's just how I am. So, and I won't apologize for that. On a human to human level, I will say my condolences to her parting from this life, and even to the royal family. Although I do have my opinions on the idea of the concept of the royal family. Now, my attitude, or the attitude of others, shall I say? Now, while I do think that there's too much fawning over Queen Elizabeth, because again, she's a human being. Her shit stank like everybody else's shit. And that's what it comes down to. Her shit stank like everybody else's. I mean, to put her on a level like she's better than everybody else. She's a human being like anybody else, and really weird that Americans. And it's really weird for me because I'm an Anglophile in a lot of ways, but I never really look at the monarchy and when I say Anglophile, I don't mean in a pro-imperialist way, because Britain's got an imperialist past that I do not in any way, shape, or support. I love the culture in a lot of ways. I love the music that come out of there. I love the television programs, that sort of thing. There, and I've been to England, and I love England and all of that, but I'm not apologizing for any of the crimes that England has committed and the UK has committed in the past. But you know what? All countries have committed crimes in the past. There's not a society in the world that has not committed a crime against humanity. But that's beside the point as well. Too much fawning over Queen Elizabeth death. Again, I understand the condolences on a human level, but she's really just another person, a wealthy individual that's out of touch that was out of touch with ordinary people around the world, ordinary people in Great Britain. Now, I'm also going to say those that take delight in her death. I mean, that's not cool either. I just don't believe in doing that. Whether even if they're the very worst of the worst of the worst, I can't do that. I just do that. I will say that I would say that Donald Rumsfeld, when he was alive, I would say he was probably a worse person than Queen Elizabeth, because he actually participated in the murder during his 8 years, or not 8 years. I don't know when he left the Bush administration. During the majority of his time in the Bush administration, he's responsible for the death of over 1 million people in Iraq, innocent people in Iraq, over a quarter of 1 million people in Afghanistan, tens of thousands of lives ruined in America because of our soldiers dying across the ocean, and families negatively affected because of our ass backwards response to 9/11. And today's officially September the 12th. And I should do a video maybe in the morning on September the 11th. I should do something maybe if I have the energy. But again, as I said, I don't believe in taking delight over her death. I don't believe in overly fawning over her when she was alive. So now with regard to Queen Elizabeth today, and my goodness, y'all don't need to see 100%. Y'all don't need to see 100% of my ugly face during the commentary. So we need to, you need to see another ugly face. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. She's no Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. She's no AOC. That's established. Okay. Thing about it is that, while she, the modern day monarchy, they don't really have much political power that they had, decades and even centuries ago, in a nutshell. But I have my opinions on it. But here's the thing: I mentioned the British Empire. the whole idea of empire, whether it's the British Empire or any other forms, any other country that commits acts of imperialism around the world, unacceptable. Whether we're talking about the British Empire, whether we're talking about France, Holland, we're talking about Spain, Portugal, we're talking about the United States. Colonialism, it's been it's just an evil, just an evil. The slavery that most empires have committed over the centuries, also an evil, and that is, and sadly, the British Empire is connected with that as well. Not just slavery, even after slavery, even during and after slavery, the exploitation of resources to enhance the wealth of the nations, while making the conditions in these third world countries even worse instead of helping these countries. That's the problem of empire, and all of that. So again, I'm giving you my critique now. Getting back to Great Britain, next door with Ireland. Now y'all know that I'm half Hispanic on my mother's side. My mom's Puerto Rican, and my mom. Therefore, I am a mix through my mother, a mixture of Spaniard, Basque, and Taino Indian on my mom's side, being that she's from Puerto Rico. And on my dad's side of the family, he's American. He's basically a mixture of mostly Scottish and Irish. And this is what it comes down to with regard to Ireland. Ireland should be, the whole country should be reunited. The 6 counties of the north should go back to the rest of Ireland. There should be one united Ireland. And so in the context of the conflict and the situation in Ireland, I would be considered a supporter of republicanism in the context over there. Republicanism is different from what a Republican is here in the United States. That's to make a differentiation on it. So I favor a reunification of for the Republic of Ireland. And I think that should be a no-brainer on that one. Now, when it comes to the whole idea of monarchy, I personally don't believe in monarchy anywhere. Any country should have a monarchy anywhere. I mean, one of the things that the United States got right when we were founded as a nation, that they had an opportunity to make George Washington a king, and they decided not to do that. They decided to create a representative democracy. And I am glad that we went that route. It would have been nice if our founding fathers would have gotten rid of the concept or the institution of slavery from the get-go. That would have been even better. They would have just said from day one, we're not going to have slavery. That would have, start off the United States on the correct foot, instead of having that as a stain on American history. But for some reason, that offends right-wing people. She bring that up. Well, how dare you talk about our founding fathers like this? Truth is truth, man. But when it comes to the monarchy in Great Britain, again, I guess that's up to the British people. I guess it's tourist dollars. I guess they their figurehead, what have you, I guess if I lived in the UK and it was up for the referendum to whether to have a monarchy or not, I would probably vote to get rid of it. To get rid of the monarchy, sure, I would. I just don't think that that really has any place in modern society. I kind of wish that every country in the world would just voluntarily do a parliamentary system of democracy. That's roughly what I favor. In one variation or another, where everybody would be a free society, and of course that's up to the people in each country. But it's what I wish. So So as I said, this is where I stand on this whole thing. Queen Elizabeth, sorry she's dead, but to all the people who love her too much and all that, she wasn't all that great of a human being. Not evil per se, but look at the history. The history is a little bit tarnished, and that's where you have to look at. You have to look at things through a historical context and all of that. Um, so anyway, that's pretty much what I have to say about that. And right now we have here on the chat line, Artie. How are you doing today, Willie, my dude? Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I just decided to do another video after I went to sleep after I got offline earlier this afternoon and got up and grabbed a bite to eat. Came back and decided to do one on Queen Elizabeth's death. So anyway, so that's what's going on. And if all goes well, hopefully tomorrow afternoon, I'm trying to figure out how we got a little software situation I have to take care of, but if all goes well, I should be interviewing Santa Claus, who is the mayor pro tem of North Pole, Alaska, tomorrow. Okay, let me do this here. Yeah, of North Pole, Alaska tomorrow, and at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope that each and every one of you will be here for that, and I wanted to urge each and every one of you to register and vote, and vote your conscience. Do what you think is best to bring us to where we need to go. So I'm not here to lecture anybody on how to go to where we need to go, but whatever your heart tells you to go and your brain tells you to go, which leads us into a socialistic direction in this country, go that path. That's what I got to say. So if you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree, comment anyway. We will have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it, because we are, in fact, the muckrakers of our time. Also, feel free to follow me on YouTube here, on Twitch, on Rumble, even though I'm going to figure out Rumble. Hopefully by October, you'll be seeing me do regular videos on Rumble. Follow me on Twitter. You'll more than likely see me on Twitter. Mostly every day I'm on Twitter, so you'll see me there as well. And until next time, I'll tell you to go ahead and reject corporate media. And I will conclude by saying to you all, music. So let me just say music. Good night, folks.